What's the crack, everyone, and welcome back to some more Farming Simulator 22. Figured out a little few things that I need to tidy up before we actually move on. I did skip March. I think I done a bit of March in the last episode, but I kind of finished out the day off screen. I just wanted to figure out a few things. We're going to sow sorghum in our new field today, which is down there. We might have to sell some of these. These are stocking up quite a lot, although we might get another day out of them. They're filling up quite quick, so we'll see. Also, the honey pallets, I moved them all. I had them all in there behind the lime. I moved the lime in beside the seed bags, and that pallet there is the additive for any grass, like silage or the loading wagon particularly. But I moved all the honey pallets because in an update, I was wondering why all the honey pallets were half empty like this. But pre-update, the honey pallets were 120 litres, but they looked like this. They had 8 crates on them like that, but they were only 120 litres. Now they changed them to 400 litres as a full pallet. So these are all like kind of half full. So I did shove one of these in here at the end of the last day. It was all off camera, and when I woke up this morning in April, they had gathered this one, and they'd gathered one on this. So they're kind of building 2 pallets at once. So when one is full, I'm going to chuck it over there, grab one of these and put it in before it has a chance to spawn a new pallet, and then they can continue creating these and fill them, so we can have the full 400 litres. Because if it wasn't going to work, if they weren't going to add on to this one, I was just going to sell all these half pallets and get them out of the way and start fresh with the full pallets. Also, these tomatoes pallets have changed. There's 500 litres. They were half that size, like half the height. And they must have changed them for some reason. But they're the same size now as the lettuce ones. I've no idea what size the strawberry ones are. But we will find out at some stage. Other than that, I might go sow the new sorghum, and then if we've nothing really else to do, I will skip to May, and hopefully this grass will be ready. We've an 80% yield bonus and 100% fertilised. I might mow this grass and load it into the loading wagon, and I think this will let me tip grass in there and store grass, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just see. Yeah, so we have grass here, so I'm hoping it lets me put grass in there. Because we don't own a baler. We could buy a baler and mow it. Yeah, I think I want to bale it instead of having it loose, actually. That would make more sense. So, what's in store for us today? Have we anything? That's a nice tractor, but we don't need it because we literally just bought the Massey Ferguson like 2 episodes ago. How low horsepower is this? 190. Yeah, but you can bring it up to 240. It's not bad. Nice looking tractor, but we just don't need it at the minute. That's no use to us. We don't have a forage wagon header. That's a massive auger wagon. We don't need that. Forklift might be handy, and that's a corn header for a case. We don't have a case. We have Dites. That forklift could be very handy. 20,000. Let me just see what they are new. Where am I on? 37. So you're saving 17,000, which wouldn't be bad. But we might need a baler soon. I don't know which balers would be handier to buy. This is the only one we can afford right now. But we have a few eggs there. We have some wool. We have the lettuce and tomatoes. We could all sell all that and see if we could afford maybe... I would like this one for the simple reason you can change the size of the bales. That one wraps, I believe. Yeah, we don't need a wrapper. So there's no point looking at that. That's a wrapper. This is a square baler. I don't think we need a square baler. Then you're getting just into really expensive stuff. That's a really small baler. Very cheap though. Then these both wrap, I think, yeah. So we don't need the ones that wrap, but they're kind of more expensive. So I'm looking at this at 57,000. Just because you can change the size of the bale. I think it would be easier to make the bigger bales because it takes up less space. And you only need 100 horsepower to run that. So that would be a very nice baler to buy. So I don't think we'll buy... I see, I really want that forklift though. Especially at that price, because it would be really handy for loading the pallets. No, I think we'll leave it. I think we're going to go and get a worker off. We'll get a worker off on the cedar stone, the new sorghum in the Valtra. Or no, actually, we will get them in this. We will use the Valtra to pull the bale trailer full of pallets. I think I'm just going to lob all the pallets up. But we might as well give the Massey a go on the cedar. Almost full, so hopefully it won't take too much. I just need to double check. We can sow sorghum in April, yes? Yes, we can. And June is when we can harvest our barley, which is another thing actually. We need to feed those chickens. And I have only 2 bags left. So I'm hoping those 2 bags will last me... It crashed into me. I'm hoping those 2 bags will last me until we can harvest our barley, because I don't really want to go and buy more. So I'll get this lad over here and get him started on a worker to sow the sorghum. It's limed and fully fertilized and limed. So I'm hoping we don't have to cultivate the lime in. I'm hoping the cedar will just sow. Shouldn't be a big job to cultivate if we do need to, but I'm hoping we don't. Here we are. Let's just see if this guy will sow this. I really hope he does, because I don't want to have to go and cultivate. But we just have to see. I will start him off myself. So if we lower him in around. Oh, there we go. It is April though. Oh, right, okay, actually, that was lucky that came up. I need to change the seed. Oh no, what's the button for the seed? My yoke didn't work. Or maybe I have to turn it off. Right, okay, do we need sorghum? That's sorghum. So let's try this. Oh, it's working. Nice. We don't need to cultivate. So let him off. There. That worker. Yeah, let him go there. Yeah, there's loads of space, so he should manage turning. Okay, we just have to keep an eye and make sure he doesn't run out of seed. Next thing is, we don't need that tractor. We need the telehandler to feed the chickens, because they're down to about 4,500 litres of seed, I believe it was. And we have 2 bags left, which is 2,000 litres. So I'm hoping that brings it up. That'll bring it up to about 6,500 or 7,000. I'm hoping that's enough to last us the next 2 months till we can harvest our barley in June. So hopefully, but we have a lot of eggs there. We have a lot of wool there. Unfortunately, we have no factories for any of this, but right. Oh no! This is very awkward. And now not in line. Nice! We picked them up. So they will definitely take the 2 of these, and then we are officially out of chicken feed, so we have to rely on our own feed, because I really don't want to have to buy any more. So I also don't want to leave them starving. So they will take 2. They will. Another thing is, I did move my microphone, because during the editing of some of the recent videos I did kind of notice a bit of a clunging around. I think it was me as I was moving my mouse like this, because my microphone was attached to the desk right beside my mouse. So I didn't move it, And it's up on a different shelf now, kind of over my head. So I'm hoping it doesn't register the bangs of the house. Should be a lot better. You off. And we need... I'm stuck. We need to get... what are we going to sell? Whatever we can fit, I suppose. Onto the flatbed. We could bring some, actually, on the Jeep trailer. I think we're going to need the lettuce and tomatoes on the big flatbed because we have a lot of them. And then we're going to need some... Right, I'm just going to park this here because I think we should leave this here. And I will load all of these. I think you can pick these up by hand. Yeah, you can. Okay, there's one after spawn. Immediately. I don't know what way is the best way to load these. It's for bales. Oh yeah, that's another thing actually. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Relax. Before we do that, this bale trailer has no straps because I realised I put the auto loading on, but the auto loading is for bales and not for pallets, so it's no use to us because we don't ever have a load of bales at one time. We might in the future, but not at the minute, so it's no use to us. I also downloaded a mod that we can work or fix our own vehicles. Nope. I don't know where this is going to be, but here? No. Or maybe construction? Tools. Aha! Found it. This thing. Oh, they did not want that. Demolish. That was a waste of 1,000. Oh, I got 1,000 back. Thank God. I did not mean... I meant to twist it like that. Right, where can we put this that's out of the way? I would say... Here? Maybe beside the power washer. We need to park that there. So what if we put that there by... Like that? I think it's a good way. It's out of the way. I don't know what the compressor does. To dust off equipment for cleaning. Okay, that's unusual. We don't need that. So, I believe now we can customize our vehicles from the yard. We don't have to go back to the shop. So we should be able to pull that into the trigger. Aha! Nice. And we can repair stuff and everything. Right. I need to customize this. I need to turn off the auto loading. I might change them bars to just the straight ones because it might be better for the pallets. And the tires and stuff then, yes, that's costing us another 1,000. Right. There should... Yeah, there's straps on it now. Nice. That's the main thing. That's what we needed was the straps. Because... Oh, I'm not attached to it. Because I'm not driving all that distance around the whole map with loads of pallets and they're not strapped in and they're flying off the road and everything. So that's just not happening. So I will load all these and I will be back when it's done. I have all the lettuce on. It wasn't that much. There was what, 3, 6, 9 pallets. It's 4,500 litres. But I don't think the tomatoes are going to be as easy as that. I did stack them 3 high just because I don't know how many of these there is. There is 5,200 litres of these, so there'll be a bit more pallets. A couple more pallets, maybe 2 or 3 more pallets. And then we have like 4 or 5 eggs and we have 4 pallets of wool. I won't sell any of the half pallets that are over there. Maybe we should, I don't know. We'll see. And as for the honey, I don't know if is honey worth selling. Honey. Whoa. Okay. It's worth 3,000 per 1,000 litres though. Well, how much do we have? We probably have not got 1,000 litres. There's 400. 335, 189, and they're all 120. We might have 1,000 there, so I don't think I will. I'll wait till they're all full like this and bring a couple of 1,000 litres at once. So, I'm going to get cracking on these tomatoes. And again, I will be back when it's done. Last pallet of tomatoes. Oh, get up. These. Yeah, there we go. Not the neatest of stacking, but on the trailer nonetheless. I mean, not bad. It's hard to get exactly right. Oh, that's not more. I believe that's the best we're going to get. So, all tomatoes gone. All the lettuce gone. We'll just run over and get the eggs. Maybe the wool. I don't know about the wool yet. I'll see. How much is wool making? Wool. 3,600 per 1,000 litres. And eggs are at 3,000 per 1,000 litres. Right. Where are we? They're on the rise. We could leave the eggs. Although we do need that baler for the minute. We could load it up and bring it all in the next episode. Well, then we have to see what lettuce and tomatoes are going for. 1,400 per 1,000 litres and 3,000. Wow, that's a good price. What's on its way down? Or them pallets are not tidy. When you look at them like this. Anyway, they're on the trailer. That's all that matters. Yeah, it's much better with this trailer with the straps. Because several times I brought back seed and fertilizer in the bags and they just slide off. No matter how easy you drive, there's nothing you can do. They just slide off. Kind of frustrating. But anyway, we are here at the chickens. So I suppose we could just load up these. I mean, why not? Are they the same size pallets? Probably shouldn't be stacking the eggs since the eggs are just open like that. It doesn't make logical sense to stack them, but I mean, I doubt eggs are actually transported in this way. I presume they are in boxes and can be stacked. So it's the way we're going to do it. We've got 4 high on them. No! Get off me. Or crushed by eggs. Just dump them on the trailer like I was doing with them. How many is here? 1, 2, 3, 4,000. And then there's half. So 4,500 litres of wool we have. 3,000. So that's... Yeah, it could be worth selling the wool. It could be worth 12,000 to 13,000 there in the wool. Eggs, then we have 1,400 pieces in each pallet, which is at, I believe, 3,000. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 18. Be almost 20 grand maybe between them all. And then the lettuce. We could get. We'll definitely should get enough to buy the. I will just take this. There's one stack. I mean, still over 1,000 pieces, so it'll be okay. Yeah, we'll bring all the wool with me as well. I mean, we need as much money as we can get. We really need to get that baler. Because we could just fly around with the front mount more. And then that means we can... That means we can just maybe even run the baler behind it. As we're doing it. I know I did do that before with the loading wagon and it didn't really work out. But the loading wagon is bigger and heavier. And I believe... Maybe it takes less horsepower to run the baler. I don't actually know. But we can just fly around with the loading or with the front mount mower and then the baler can just bale up everything, and then we have the telehandler to load them onto this trailer. So we shouldn't have too many bales. How many bales, actually, just out of interest, have I made in this episode, or this yoke altogether? Bales produced 0. We have not we have baled. Have we not? Or maybe we just bought the bales. We've used 7,000 litres of fertilizer. We've used 2,300 litres of seed. We've played for 18 hours. Nice. We've played 3 years. Wow. 357 litres of fuel. We've driven 169 kilometres. Harvesting time 1 hour. A lot of cool stats there. We've worked 75 hectares. That's cool. I like them stats. So yeah, we'll be able to see in this session how much bales we produced. Is he done? He has to be done. He's done. Okay. Well, since you're done, I did check him halfway through. He is that field is still 100% fertilized, thank God. So create a job for this guy. Get back to, I don't know, somewhere here. Just park him there somewhere. Get him driving back. And then, yeah, we can finish loading the wool. Okay, I'm finally have it all back. That's a fair load. Wool, eggs, tomatoes, and lettuce. So I need to just check where everything is going. I presume the wool is obviously going to the spinnery. The eggs, lettuce, and tomatoes might all be going to the farm shop. There's a few eggs there actually, but I won't collect them. So we actually have 9,000 litres of tomatoes, 4,500 lettuce, 8,000 eggs, and 4,500 wool. That's a lot. And I do like the way it shows all the different symbols, because I think previous farm simulators, if you had a trailer like this with multiple stuff, it just showed you your overall litres on the trailer. It didn't show you what it was. I like the way it just shows you everything there. It's a lot handier. And we're back. I did just have to take a thumbnail there, so I've kind of fast forward time to stop it raining. So we're at 1:15 until up to 5. And it was only 12 when I started, so we skipped in an hour, so it doesn't really matter. Because once we sell this, we're probably going to have nothing to do in this episode, so we might have to just skip to the next. Now that Massey's back, I might put that on this. I know we'll use this, it's okay. Because I don't want to go too fast with all this. Okay, time to just check and see where everything is going. Wool spinnery, yeah, that was kind of a given. What else have we? We have tomatoes, which goes to the farm shop. We have lettuce, which also goes to the farm shop. That's a lot of money. And then the eggs are going to the farm shop, actually, because they actually give the most compared to the bakery. Right, okay, so they're the farmer's farm shop, and then the wool is to the spinnery. So let me just check. I don't think I've been to the spinnery. That's the bakery. Right, is this the farm shop? Then we're going to, right, we just go off the way up there. Which one? That's the grain elevator, lime station. What's this one? Spinnery. Right, okay, that's where we need to go. So yeah, we could head up to the spinnery this way first, past the shop, go to the spinnery, because I actually have a weight there I could pick up now. I won't need it for the trailer, obviously, but it's in the shop, so we might as well just pick it up when we're passing by. Go around, go up to the spinnery, and then head up here, or this, yeah, probably this way. Straight across the top of the map and down to the farm shop. So yeah, let's get cracking. Pulling into the farm shop now. That was a very long drive. Well needed though, because it was nice to explore that side of the map. I don't think I've done much driving up that corner. So it was nice to see what the fields look like up there on the roads. Yeah, I believe we are swinging onto this cell trigger here. So I'll just unstrap them. We should get a massive boost. Hopefully. Look at that money going up. Oh my god. Wow. Over 100,000. It's still going. Oh my god. That's like 30,000 so far. More. That's like 40,000 we've made. Maybe 50. 53,000. Holy crap. I didn't think we were going to get that much. Plus the 16 from the 18 from the eggs. So that's about 71,000 we're after earning there today with that cell. Which is amazing. Anywho, that's fantastic. Baler. We definitely need to buy a baler now. And also another thing I was thinking was production buildings. I'd like... Did I just buy a vehicle for 1,000? What's that for? What? I don't know what that's from. I want to see what sort of production buildings we can buy that we can run with the stuff we have. I don't want to do it like the grape... where is that? Is this the grape one? Biogas, that's very expensive. We won't be buying that. Lime. Oh. I do want to buy, what's that? Grape processing unit there. But there's no point buying that. We have no vineyards, we've no harvester. We've none of the little tractors, so a grape processing unit isn't really what we need. Grain mill. See, I need to figure out what we can do with all this stuff, so just give me a minute. Okay, it doesn't really tell me what the grain mill does. Oh, there is a way of checking actually. Sorry, give me 1 minute. Again. Is it not here? Here's no, there's my production chains that I have at the minute, which is none. A lot of work. Actually, the fertilizing work wouldn't be a bad idea because we have a good fertilizer, so we could accept that and then do that. Maybe in the next episode, if there's time. But it's a consideration. We've no loan, thank God. What was the last thing I bought for 1,000? That's a vehicle overview. Right. Production buildings, factories. We have. Where's the grain mill? Grain mill produces flour, I believe that is. Also 96,000. This is dairy. Sugar, we can't bring sugar, we can't bring milk, so that's no good. Spinnery, we need to bring cotton. We have not got enough for cotton harvester. This is what I mean. We have wool, but we have not cotton. This so far is the one that I'm looking at. I've literally looked at these three, but we can sow sorghum, oats, barley, and harvest it. We have everything for that. We can just keep bringing that and get flour. So, just for example, flour. I believe that is flour. It would make sense. Flour, yes, I was right. It's worth 1,700 per 1,000 liters. Whereas if we just bring, see, you don't get as much. It wasn't actually, it was oats. Yeah, so you see, you don't get as much. So you get kind of a bit of a boost. So it would be worth doing. But, like, is there any other ones? Production. That was, sorry, these are biogas. So we have no need for these because we don't do enough silage and they are very expensive. Bakery would be no good because we need to own the grain mill to get the flour. We also need to have strawberries, which we could do. We need dairy to get butter. We need sugar, eggs. Yeah, that's not what to do. Carpentry, we've no timber. Dairy, again, like we just said. The grain mill was one we did look at. Spinnery is no good. We've no cotton. Sugar mill is no good because we've no sugar equipment. That's clothes, I think. So you need a spinnery for that. Cereal factory needs to bring raisins, which we need grapes. We don't have corn, honey. We've all that except raisins. Oil mill. Now that could be cool. Because we could sow sunflowers. I don't know what they are. Oh, that's olives. Sorry, yeah. So canola and sunflower. It's also cheaper than the grain one. And we can bring more to it. Grape, no. Bakery, no. Carpentry, like I said, no. Dairy, no. And spinnery, I think they're just different sizes. So the oil mill is another good one to look at. And it's cheaper. So oil. How much is the oil worth? So we'll be bringing canola and sunflower. That means we have to buy a planter. That's worth 4,000. And that's worth 5. Yeah, I think the oil mill would be worth the one to buy. Let me just check, is there an oil mill on this map? Yeah, I don't know. I do want to buy that oil mill, but I have no idea where I'm going to put it yet, so we'll put that on hold. We will just go buy the baler that we have enough for now. This is the one I wanted. We did bring in a lot more money, but again, we don't need wrappers, so there's no point looking at those. I don't think we need round bales or square bales either. I think we could just keep it cheap and cheerful. It will do. So this is the one I was looking at. Wheels. This is just the tree. Kind of like this one. Like the grip on that one. So it's only 100 horsepower to run, so my Valtteri can run that, which is good. And we will just make grass bales. I won't bother get a tether to make hay, because then I need to buy a windrower. So we leave it at that. The sheep do eat grass bales, right? Yeah, grass or hay. So that's okay. Let's get back. So I think, yeah, the next thing we should do is maybe sell the sorghum and either the wheat or barley or sorghum. Whichever gives us the most out of all those, we're keeping for the chickens. Because we need quite a lot of feed for them. But I think in the next big sale that we do with all our pallets, we buy a field and turn it into the oil mill. And buy the oil mill. So a field could cost us over 100,000, depending on what one. Even the smallest ones have all the land beside it, like these green margins. So even the smallest fields are quite expensive. So I think that could cost us around 100,000 for a field alone. And then that oil mill was like 83 or 87,000. We're going to need the guts of 200,000 to be able to do this. So I think, hopefully aiming for next year we'll be able to do that. And then buy a planter and sow sunflower, and that would mean we need a new header for our combine with the sunflower. And the canola then would be alright. I did just jump into the Massey. I have the worker driving that. We could leave the seeder over here with the seed. I suppose that makes sense. I have that trailer, or that tractor coming back with the bale trailer. So I'm going to run up and get the baler while it brings that back. I suppose it does make sense to leave this here. It wants to fill, but no. And I'll run up and get the baler in this. And there it is, our new baler. So let me just quickly check. Yeah, there's nothing new in here. We could, no. This is the kind of header we need for sunflower seeds. Or sunflowers. It's one of those kind of headers, but we need it for our dites. So that would be, I think it's in corn headers. Yeah, they do sunflower and corn. So there doesn't seem to be any there for the dites. I think these Capello ones are like universal. But again, 9 meters probably might be too big. 6 meters I'd imagine would be okay on our one. It's a very small harvester, like. It's also 63k for that. So we look at it maybe in the next year. It could be the next big thing to buy, because we kind of don't need much more machinery now and stuff. We kind of have everything we need, more or less. Definitely do a bigger seeder, I know that much. Seeder is tiny. But other than that, I think we're pretty much okay. So it's a good thing I kept that cultivator we bought. Because if we're going to be sowing sunflowers, we need to buy a planter. Which you have to cultivate even... I know we can buy a seeder that cultivates as it is going. And sows, it's the direct drill. But if we're going to be needing a planter, you can't get a planter that direct drills. So good thing we kept that cultivator. Anywho, let's get the mower on this and get this cut. Actually, we can't get this cut because it's still not growing. We forgot to skip the night. So, I'll just leave this here. I'm praying it will be done in the next month when we sleep. Let me just see what percent growth wise. It won't show us because it's grass. Oh, grass is marked off the map. Right. Oh, it's dark. Yeah, so that's definitely going to be ready in the next day. So let's just check. Oh, we have a pallet of tomatoes there already. Nice. Do just want to check these honey pallets. Yeah, they're definitely filling. Thank God. So let's sleep for the night. I'll just speed up time real quick. Sleep through the night, and then it will be May, which means it'll be kind of a blank month. There's nothing to do. We have the sorghum in. It'll be kind of a blank month, so we'll just get the grass cut and stuff because it's about all we can do. And then in the next episode, I'll skip to June and we can start harvesting the barley. So let's get this mowed and baled very quickly. Also, this will be the last time this will be mowed as a field this size, because I'm hoping in the next year, although I did say I want to do the oil mill, but I'm hoping to turn this into like a yard and have maybe just a bit of grass at the top or at the one side, just enough to do the sheep. I'll see how much bales I get off it now as it is, because I need to figure out, obviously, I don't want to leave myself short bales, so I need to be able to make enough on my own land before I can turn it into a yard. I'll get doing this and I'll catch you guys when I'm done. Okay, just real quick, I did go and lease these because I believe these can leave into a SWAT in the middle. Sorry, Lord, I just do want to check if they can do that. Pretty sure they can. Toggle work, Control and Y. Yeah. Now they will leave a SWAT in the middle. I can leave a SWAT on one side, wide spreading, SWAT dropping, left SWAT. Yeah, so definitely. Also, I don't think the vulture's able to run that, so might bail with this then instead, because it's only 100 horsepower to run that baler. I just think with the also when I had them on the back pulling out of the shop, it lifted the front wheels off the ground. So I did just mow one strip over here, so I'll go and pick up the front mower. I could probably lift them out without damaging them. It was 3,800 or 3,500 to lease these, so will make the field a lot quicker to do, thank God, because with this single mower I feel it would just take forever. Oh. Okay, and these are in SWAT dropping, so yeah, we're ready to rock. And I will see you when I'm done. This seems to be just a perfect fit for these mowers. We got down by the far fence and we get down by here. Just about. I won't go bother cutting that last strip, I mean, it's not worth it. So, these mowers have came in massive. They've just been a massive help, like. and this Massey had absolutely no problem whatsoever running all three. The butterfly ones on the back and the single one on the front. No issues going up or down the hill. No losing the revs or anything. It's just more than capable. So I'm very pleased. Also, yeah, let's just really quick return that because we don't need it anymore. That's that gone. We'll just give the front more a wash because it's black dirty. I also love that rear more, the way you can pick the swats like that. That's really, really handy. Let's give this a wash because that was filthy. And that's it. Away for another year. We could bale the straw that we get from the wheat and barley and sell it. Don't know how much wheat or straw is worth. Probably not much, but worth checking. Straw. We have 54,000 litres already. It's not worth much, but with that 54,000 litres and what we get off the wheat and barley, could be worth selling. Definitely could be worth selling. We'll definitely turn on the straw swats. I don't know if we'll bale it because there's actually no need for us to bale it. We don't have cows. So we could just pick it up in the loading wagon, make use of that, and just gather it all up in that and sell it as we pick it up. I think that'd be the handiest. Then we could fill whatever's in that straw loft, also the hay loft as well, sell that straight as well, all in the one go. But anywho, I don't think I've used the round baler in this, so I do want to change the bale size to the maximum, which is 180 centimeters. Automatic drop, yeah, that's a new feature. I want that on. Other than that, then it's just the usual. Sure. Interesting to see how many bales we get off this. I do want to kind of keep track and see where we get the first 2 bales, as I feel 2 of these big bales will do those sheep. Also, I do have to remember this was not in full stage, fully grown stage. It was able to be harvested, but I do think it could wait another month or 2 to get the best yield. But anyway, whatever we get out of this will be massive. I think I will do the processing, the production chain, what do you call it? The oil that we were going to do. I do think I'm going to do that before I build this yard, so this might be grass like this for another while, just for handiness sake. I do want to kind of do something new and expand the farm and do something like that. The oil, make the canola oil and the sunflower oil. Because they're worth a lot of money, so if we buy that factory, that processing unit, it will be worth it. Oh, that's not what I wanted. This is where I wanted to go. I want to skip one, just to be...
When you're down and you stare out your window, hoping that you'll come up with some words to say. That's not okay. When you feel like you're fed up with heartbreak, and you know that you can't take another day, well, that's not okay. We can never go back this road, you never go back that way. I see you standing in the corner like it's okay. Don't you know that you move with your body? Don't you know that you move with your body? We can never go back this road, you never go back
coming out on the last SWAT. I did change to the smallest bale just to see what it's like. And this one here is actually going to be a medium bale. I think it's 4, 6 and 8,000 litres. Reaching, oh, 5,500 for this one, right, okay. And I don't think if I go to the smallest, we'll get it over this spot anyway. Although we might if we do that headland. Front more attached. Yeah. Put that up and turn that off for a minute. Just get one last bit. Just grab this more on the front and more across that verge that's kind of there before you start. It'd be worth doing, just getting one more bale out. I think it's the smallest size. It'd be interesting to see now all three sizes together. Because I haven't seen that yet. So if we go, just do the likes of this. As soon as we get a bale, we can just stop. Small little sword left, but anyway. That was handy. Glad to get that done. So I'll just leave them more in there. And we'll just spin the motor, the baler around, and we can put the baler in front of it. Because we're not going to need the more out the baler, I don't think. The next thing we're going to need, I think anyway, would be the loading wagon for the straw. So these are alright together then. Oh damn, it's hard to reverse this thing. Anywho, that's the baler off. So, just abandon this show here. I will leave it here for this episode. That money boost was really good. We're still kind of left with what we had before we started the baler. We had around 45,000-50,000. Or maybe a little bit less actually. I think we had about 35,000. And then we sold all of our eggs, wool, lettuce and tomatoes, and we got a nice, I think it was 110,000 we were left with by the time we'd sold all that. And then I bought that baler. So yeah, just out of curiosity, this is one of the biggest bales, 7,500 litres. This is the smallest bale at 3,500 litres, and then this is the medium at 5,500. So you have 3,500, 5,500, and was this 7,500? Yes. So interesting to see all three of them. Yeah, but we will get them on the bale trailer and get some storage for them. Where I'm going to put them, I don't know. I might sell the small and medium ones and keep maybe 3 of the big ones. We could put them in here. Just stack them up there. And yeah, just sell the rest. Because we probably won't need them. Or we'll see. We'll fill that shed maybe. We'll see. But I'm going to leave the episode here. The next episode might be in June. Just so that we can harvest our crops. Because I believe this May, it's 2 o'clock in the day. And I don't think there's going to be much else to do. Bar, they even have enough water. So they have loads of water. So maybe in the next episode we will get the harvest done and get them bales in. So yeah, thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel for more Farming Simulator, and I will catch you guys in the next episode. Goodbye!